So SmackDown Live begins with a dramatic intro because this is SmackDown's 900th episode. The only show that's above them in any way, shape, or form as far as episodic shows is Monday Night Raw. Okay, yeah. So, SmackDown has been around for 17 years, pretty much. And so, it starts off with Shane O'Mac intro. Yeah. Big ovation for Shane O'Mac. It starts off with Daniel Bryan intro. Big ovation for Daniel Bryan. And yes, since it's the 900th episode of SmackDown, they're going to start it off with the Intercontinental Championship match. It's funny because up to a certain point, I was like, okay, let this be a one-on-one match. Let this stay a one-on-one match. But I knew it wasn't going to stay a one-on-one match. Simple as that. So, a back and forth match between Ziggler and the Jizz, where Ziggler was overselling everything as fucking usual, getting the upper hand at certain points, and trying to make everyone be emotionally involved in the match. And I just sat there and I was like, wait for it. Wait for it. Somebody's going to come down, or his wife is going to interfere again. Boy, did they not disappoint. You see, again, The Miz, the Jizz, proves how much of a pussy he is. If he really wanted to establish himself as a threat at any way, shape, or form, especially to have a championship or even go for the world championship or whatever, which he has nowhere being near, he shouldn't be near, he at least should establish himself alone. So once again, during the match, the Spirit Squad comes down. Ziggler fights them off with a couple of super kicks. Okay? Then, a little bit later on, after a back and forth type of match where Ziggler pretty much had this fucker beat with a roll up with a small package out of this figure four, from outside the ring, since they were close to the ropes, Maurice pushes Miz onto Ziggler, and referee counts 1, 2, 3, and now this fucker is the Intercontinental Champion again. The only glimmering hope about this is Sami Zayn at Survivor Series, winning the Intercontinental Championship. If that happens, then okay, we don't have to see the Jizz near any championships anymore. But if Sami Zayn loses, then they just should have had Dolph Ziggler go and face him at Survivor Series. Now Dolph doesn't even have a fucking match. He doesn't have anything. He's out, totally out. You have someone that's been a like part of Survivor Series team and has been the sole fucking survivor at Survivor Series. Now he's just not even relevant at all. He's out. No championships, no matches, especially when something is at stake like bragging rights. He has nothing. And now you have an Intercontinental Champion again that is a pussy that can't do shit worth a lick. No power, no high flying ability, no technical wrestling skills as far as putting him to the point where you're going to say that he's in an argument to be the fucking best or even the greatest of all time. He's nowhere near that. He's nowhere even near perfect mid-card status. Nothing. That motherfucker, dick licking plus animals equals The Miz. Period. And now he's Intercontinental Champion again. What the fuck did Ziggler do again to have all of this done to him in a short period of time? I just don't understand. Fuck, man. Again, Sami Zayn has to win this championship at Survivor Series or else. This makes no sense whatsoever. You're a new Intercontinental Champion, Maurice. Again. Because where the fuck would they be without her? It took the Spirit Squad and it took the help of his wife to have the Miz win. It's just stupid at this point. Fuck, we're not convinced that he's some high profile superstar. We're just not. Fuck that guy. So anyway, you have Alexa Bliss complaining to Daniel Bryan about the decision of Becky Lynch, which we knew was coming because Alexa did have her foot on the rope. She did. As she tapped, she did have her foot on the rope. The decision stays though, but Alexa will get her fucking rematch. That's just, it was just inevitable at this point. And Natalya. I'm sick and tired of her coaching. She comes in with a whistle being annoying as hell, and I'm sick of tired of her quoting songs or quoting movies. I'm sick of that. It's just, no. Please, can we take Natalya seriously for once? Fuck. Anyway, so Kalisto faces Oni Lorgan. I think I pronounced that wrong. Oni Lorgan from NXT. Relatively a short match with Kalisto going on top, and that's the only way that shit makes sense because there will be no way that Kalisto didn't win this match. He won with the Salisto del Sol, and yeah, he's got a match against Brian Kendrick for the Cruiserweight Championship and the division at Survivor Series. So Kalisto not going over wouldn't have made any sense whatsoever. So yeah. After that, you had the tag teams, well, most of them at this time, for Survivor Series SmackDown tag team. You know, they were all there except for Breezango. And yeah, Heath Slater and Rhino come up and say they have someone that's going to present them a motivation speech. So King Booker comes out. And even the Usos even got a kick about that. Yeah. There was no quarrels between the Usos and any other team that was there. Even though the Usos are supposed to be a heel team, I guess they got their heads on straight for SmackDown. So, yeah. King Booker was giving his motivation speech, and here comes Breezango giving out fashion tickets to everyone else, and it's like, And Booker basically snaps to, oh, Booker, tell me that you did not just say that. And insults Breezango because they were trying to give out some type of shirt or whatever, and says that, and Booker was like, yeah, the reject from Pirates of the Caribbean, and blows his nose with it, and yeah, can you dig that sucker? Can you dig that sucker? And sends Breezango away and gives him SmackDown t-shirts, and it's like, yeah, so they're gonna have a fucking big ass tag match later in the night. The most interesting part of the show, though, is Nikki versus Carmella. Now, of course, everybody knows that rivalry. But the most interesting part is when Charlotte appears in the audience with a ticket, with a Raw shirt on, and with her belt around her fucking waist. We all know where this is going, but I like the way they did this. I do like it. It was an invasion angle as far as saying we're superior or are they superior. Raw did it with the men, and SmackDown did it with the women. Nice fucking touch there. Except, and this was the real fucking problem here, there is no way that anyone can convince me that the SmackDown women have a chance here. The Raw women attack. The match ends in DQ, and even Carmella was like, do I go in there and help Nikki? And she does. Next thing you know, Raw women just swarm all over the place. Even Dana Brooke was there. So you have all these Raw women beating down on, and then the SmackDown women come out, including Natalya, to try to even up the odds. Nia Jax was throwing around everybody in her path until Nia Jax takes herself out by trying to run into Becky in the barricade, and Becky moves out of the way because Becky would have been out if that would have happened. So, with Nia Jax out of the picture, the SmackDown women take control. That better not happen at Survivor Series. Nia better not make that mistake. She cannot don't let her get counted out or any garbage like that. No, I will not accept at all Nikki Bella surviving for SmackDown. I will not accept that. Keep in mind, Charlotte is still undefeated at fucking pay-per-views. So SmackDown better fucking lose at Survivor Series. The SmackDown women stood tall because it was their fucking show, but it better be reversed at Survivor Series. Fuck that shit. Anyway, you have the relevant tag teams of SmackDown go against the irrelevant tag teams of SmackDown. Basically, the SmackDown teams of Survivor Series, except Heath and Rhino, versus every other team that didn't advance or didn't qualify, like the Headbangers and the Ascension and the Vaudevillains and the Spirit Squad. So the relevant teams win. Duh. And it ended with American Alpha, which is a basic signal on how SmackDown tag teams will win. American Alpha and the Usos are the most important tag teams that they have on that fucking show. Heath and Rhino, yeah, they're the champions and all, but you can't take them seriously as a team. You just can't. Not all the way. And the Hype Bros, I just don't take them seriously. I'm sorry. I just don't. Fuck. No, I just don't. So, after that, Edge returns for the Cutting Edge. He comes out. He says he bleeds blue. He says it's good to be back, hosting the Cutting Edge. Introduces Team SmackDown. They all walk down. And, yeah, Edge was like, yeah, this is the beacon, the land of opportunity that I just want to answer. It's because of one guy, and he wanted to shake his hand. He walks up to the AJ Styles direction, but he shakes the hand of James Ellsworth. And Ellsworth chant breaks out, and Ellsworth actually gets in the microphone and says that he wants to see a 5-second pose. AJ Styles puts a stop to that, and he gets pissed because he's like, look, you're going to shake the hand of this guy. You know, I'm the champ. I'm the face that runs the place. I'm the champ that runs the camp. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So, Edge questions Randy Orton. Orton stays quiet because, again, rated RKO. Remember that. Orton stays quiet. And Bray gets the microphone and is like, the Orton that you knew is dead. But he's going to be the most dangerous Viper at come Survivor Series. He'll be the most dangerous Viper ever. Little amount of words there from Bray Wyatt, but he got to the point. Shane O'Mac, because Edge was like, yeah, you got your work cut out. You got to be a unit. But Shane is like, okay, no one has to get along. No one has to like each other. You know, but we all have to be on the same page for Survivor Series. That's what Shane just pointed out. And AJ Styles, you know, Shane was like, yeah, AJ Styles, yeah, you may be the face that runs the place, but coming soon, you may be a part of Shane Smackdown. Pretty lame, Shane. Pretty lame. And even AJ Styles pointed out, yeah, that's stupid. But he said that he was he said that he was the bigger man. AJ Styles says he was a bigger man and put all his shit to the side to team up with Dean Ambrose. But Ambrose is like, look, as soon as this is done, yeah, I put my stuff to the side too. But as soon as this is done, yeah, at TLC, he's going to take his championship back. So, yeah, AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose, TLC. That's a spoiler. So, AJ Styles is like, yeah, I may play nice, but I may not. Even Dean Ambrose is like, yeah, I'll play nice, but AJ Styles, maybe he will, maybe he won't. Cue Undertaker. Undertaker walks out with his grand entrance, as always. He gets up in there, and he immediately stares down Shane. Remember, Undertaker had history with everybody in that ring except for two people, and that is AJ Styles and James Ellsworth. Everybody else in that ring he had history with. Orton, Wyatt, Edge, Ambrose, even when Ambrose attacked him while he was part of the Shield, and Shane O'Mac. So, Undertaker, and yeah, everyone's standing on one side and Undertaker is on the other. It's like, look, nothing's going to break down here because no one's going to attack Taker. But Taker says that, yeah, the best person in charge, SmackDown Live, is a person that has no fear. And that's Shane O'Mac. And he even tilted his hat to him because, yeah, he got in the ring with Taker in hell in the fucking cell. And see, to my point, exactly, The Miz wouldn't even fucking do that. That wouldn't even make a marquee as far as seeing as in anything of importance. It just wouldn't. But anyway, Taker also said that WrestleMania will no longer define him. So he's back. Really? Will Taker appear more on SmackDown? Will he have more matches? Will he get the championship again? Will he enter the Royal Rumble and win it? Who knows? But he says that the Survivor Series is where Taker was born, and SmackDown is his home. He said there's failure is nothing to fear, but he said if they fail, they'll have a reason to fear Taker. He said Team Raw better rest in peace. Now, if that's not a fucking threat, a clear threat to everybody that was on that other side, I don't know what is. You have this dead man, this Undertaker, breathing down your neck, talking about, look, you better fucking represent. You bleed blue. You better fucking win. You better bring it home. You better not fucking lose. And it's like, oh, damn, I don't want that motherfucker threatening me. I don't want that motherfucker back if I lose. And yeah, that's basically an established fucking threat. Who do you have from Raw threatening you? Shit, Stephanie? Compared to the Undertaker? Shit. No. So 900th episode of SmackDown didn't have that many matches. It had an invasion, but the invasion was like, okay, I understand they have to do something with the women, but there's no fucking way that Nia Jax should get taken out and SmackDown women's winning. I just don't see that fucking happening. I just don't. And the Jizz winning kind of killed everything about SmackDown Live except the Cutting Edge and Undertaker, and yeah, it's just, you gave this fucker this for the fucking sixth time. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. So, what did you guys think about SmackDown Live's 900th episode? Was it worth it? Was it, they kicked it off with a title match. There was only one title match, but every other title that's on the show is not going to be defended at Survivor Series, and it's just like, yeah, I still don't understand why Nikki Bella is the captain of the fucking women's team and not the fucking champion Becky Lynch like it should be. That pisses me off. Natalia's not in the match. That pisses me off. You got Naomi in the match, but not Natalya? No. Just no. SmackDown better not fucking win that match. As far as the ladies. No. Just no. I'll have my prediction video up pretty soon about Survivor Series, so stay tuned to that. Drop kicks, body slams, throw motherfuckers over the top rope, both feet hitting the floor. Yes, I'm a wrestling fan. This is the theme. And remember, dick licking plus animals equals The Miz. Credits.